RPM Trade Vietnam in his bench. I think I need a sound check. Just fucking with my sound and my Bluetooth and shit. So if I can get a sound check from whoever shows up first, that'd be nice. Hey, mic check 1 2 1 2. Thanks, Butt Crack News Network. Thank you. Of course, I got more. What up, Ghost? Of course, I got more shit talking to do. All I do is talk shit. All I do is get loud, cuss a lot, point fingers, and talk shit. But what we all should be doing is standing together, armed as hell, hugged up, pointing guns and talking shit to whoever the fuck want to wreck this shit. I don't give a fuck who it is. Foreign or domestic, this is what they all say. They all act like it's so honorable and such a proud thing to do. Such an honorable position to stand in as law enforcement or any government official. They all say foreign or domestic. So I'm just asking them to stand on that when the time comes. I would imagine that if shit went super duper crazy, oh hell yeah, always film the police. Fuck them. I would always put cameras on their ass. As soon as, listen, man, when it comes to like not trusting the police and really looking at all of that shit as the bullshit that it really is, the gateway to some fuck shit is what it is. It's because when you give that kind of cover for the worst of us to infiltrate and to populate those positions in government, to hide behind that illusion. Well, what the fuck did y'all think was gonna happen? I knew what was gonna happen. That assholes would populate these spaces. That's exactly what would fucking happen. Like, the audacity of motherfuckers to think that I need to respect them off top because of who they is just mind blowing, man. No, these are people, and as soon as they're not good, or as soon as I see enough of the bullshit behind their walls, man, then I get to say I don't trust y'all. Y'all fucked that up. As soon as you are affiliated with any particular gang or organization whatsoever, even to the point right now, the way we is today in this country and in the world, what you say can get you categorized as some kind of domestic T-word. You know what I'm talking? Violating so much of your own oath of office, everything that y'all seem to oppose with the gun control that y'all trying to implement, this attack on free speech. Quickly being labeled something because I reminded you of your oath, man. Kiss my dick. How's that? Get the fuck out of here. Y'all get behind that shit and then y'all do funny shit, and y'all that destroyed the trust that you ever could have got out of me. I'm never gonna trust law enforcement or none of that shit. Y'all can say y'all know a good cop, but not all cops are bad. First of all, yes the fuck they are. Secondly, they are occupying a space that doesn't fucking garner any trust from me. So off top, I don't like none of them, period. I don't care what you got to say after that. You know that I'm legit when I say that I don't trust none of them. No mayor, no senator, no governor, no cop, no judge, no lawyer, no none of their asses. Fuck them all. You get it? Fuck. Because they use it way too often to be corrupt, to go right against what they said in their oath of office. They all think you sound crazy when you clutch your gun and then you go, yo, foreign or domestic, we don't care who you are. You fucking with the freedom, we'll fuck you up. We don't care what our chances are. It seems like somebody want to fuck with this shit. We'll flip the dinner table over in this bitch. We don't even care no more. Like when you say that, then they go, oh, you spooky. No, you spooky, motherfucker, because I wouldn't act like this if I thought you were protective like my father is. You're not protecting me like that. You don't care about me like that. I got fucking standards, bruh. If you want to stand up there on the top of the mountain, boy, you better look good to me. You better look like you is really on some honorable shit. Because as soon as you not, I don't trust you, and I don't gotta like you. And if y'all want to come out here and run some shit, we will fuck y'all the fuck up, and we don't care who it is. Russia, China, North Korea, Hamas, the local police department. We don't really care who you are. If you're out here to do that to us, we will do that shit to you. Period. And what politician would ever hear me say that and go, man, that's wrong, bro. That's wrong. No, it's not. You took an oath to say that if you got into that fucking position to become the enemy that we supposed to be looking for, according to your honorable founding forefathers' fucking predictions, that this challenge to the great freedom that we're supposed to be fighting for might come from within. They said that, you honored them, and when I go, man, is that what y'all doing? I'm not bad, because I'm wondering if it's you. If it's you from the inside, the fuck out of here. Shake my fucking hand when I say foreign or domestic, and we mean it. Shake my fucking hand after that. Fucking labeling me shit. I already labeled you a whole bunch of type of shit anyway. I don't care what you call me. I've called you worm food, a punk bitch, pussy ass motherfucker, dead man walking. I called y'all all of that shit already. Think I give a fuck about what you call me? Like, they put this shit out there hoping that it stops you. The pseudo names that they give themselves, the badge, the costume, the buildings, all these grand structures that they build on tax dollars. This is slave labor to build these things. And y'all talk about, oh, the Great Pyramids might have been built with slave labor. The shit you honor has been built with slave labor. You jackass? The fuck is wrong with y'all? Don't never ever in your fucking life say nothing to me when I'm trying to stand up for you to say that I don't give a fuck who the enemy is or what they're hiding behind. If they are the enemy, I hope they get fucked up for that shit, and I don't care after that. I'm not supposed to care, and I don't. Like, my fucking soul feels happy. Some people go, oh, Trey, you so negative, or so whatever. Man, I don't care. This is the balance. The universe is calling me to do this because I think this is where the balance is at. Out of all the bullshit that they're doing, I think the only way to balance that is for some people to be nice and sweet, and other people to peacefully protest, and other motherfuckers to try to run for office. And everybody's going to play their role in trying to keep the balance. And I think that I'm propelled to speak and act in the way that I am because the universe is calling me to play this role to help create more of a balance between what the fuck they got going on and what's supposed to be. And I feel like they fucking with your soul's journey when they do this shit. It ain't just a law that hinders your freedom. What you experience in life is being manipulated, and it ain't even supposed to be this way, and that's having a direct influence on your soul's journey, your level of awareness, how peaceful and free you are to ponder your existence the way you're supposed to. It's all being fucked up. It ain't just a law that hinders your freedom that you might have to protest for. They are hijacking the energy of your soul's journey so that they can fuck you over and run this country and the world into a state of servitude where you the bitch and they the master. And I don't like it, and I don't have to, and I'm doing this for you. I'm telling you, they are no good from no angle. People talk about, oh, Putin is talking some good shit, and Putin did some good shit. Man, look, I don't trust him either. It sounds good. It sounds good, some of the shit that he says. He's pointing out Klaus Schwab and the bitch boy, the pie face. What's his name? Bill Gates. Huh. Y'all see the video? Y'all ever see that old video where somebody snuck up on Bill Gates and hit him in the face? Boy, cream pie, not enough. Should have been a fucking 12G flavored pie. The fuck out of here. Double up. Ain't no fucking, no Kleenex is gonna fucking clean that mess, boy. Your suit is ruined. You understand me, BG? Fuck you, weirdo. Fucking goofy ass weirdo. Y'all crazy, bruh. And if y'all understand what the fuck BG has done to the world with the fucking, with the jab bullshit and all the fucking talking, y'all didn't elect him. Look where he is, though. Where's your election now? Democrat, Republican, where is your election? When BG owns, he is what? The single most, what the fuck? He owns more land in Iowa, where I live at, than any other single person. And I think this might actually be a true statement if you said nationwide. What one person owns as much land as BG? Nobody. Now, what is that going to do with the food and the other things? And they talk about maybe having some funny shit in some of the foods now. I mean, all of the food always it's been fucked up for a while. A banana not even a real banana. Like, this is the kind of stuff that makes you go, damn, for real? This is crazy. Who would do that? Who is knowingly doing that? And for what purposes? And we look at the intent behind these simple things by fucking with the food and fucking with the medicine and talking about mandates about some bullshit. And BG was never even elected to any fucking thing. But look how him and Klaus Schwab got their hands in some global shit that American politics is not going to fix when you go vote or back to blue or none of that punk ass shit. You sound like a fucking retard to me. You sound like a retard. Don't make me join you in your fucking retardation. You understand? The fuck out of here. Gunsmoke for all the asses. You ever step out here out into the open where everybody can see them clearly. Don't be mad, bruh. Do not be mad at me or nobody else. They want to pop shit off, and I'm telling them, just tap the keg. I'm tired of playing the games, but they like playing the game, though. Because as soon as they keep all of these things in a certain level of obscurity where you can't really see the truth, and anybody who reacts too hard or too harshly is going to look like kind of a weirdo, kind of a violent fucking psycho, especially if you by yourself or you got a small group of people. Don't do none of that shit. You're going to spoil it for the rest of us. No lone wolf bullshit, no fringe fucking small groups of people doing random fucking shit without the consent of other people that agree with you. Find your tribe, find your peoples, the ones who understand you, and then we all need to stand up together. Not no sneak attack bullshit, no none of that shit. Don't go busting no shots or infiltrating no shit. The fucking insurrection, fucking bullshit. No real true American who wants a revolution would have thought that that was a good idea to go do it in that way. It all sounds fucking stupid. And look what happened. Absolutely nothing. You didn't topple shit. You didn't overthrow DC. You didn't launch no fucking revolution to save no people. All that was a fucking a distraction to gain a foundation of what else to do and say, because any of those people, actors or not, and I believe they all acting, but all of those people and everything that they will say that they were involved in, as far as their social media presence, what it is that they were saying, doing, sharing, anything that they were calling out as the double F, you know what I'm saying, the fake fight, the false ignition of an event. You know what I'm talking about. You can't even say these words, man. But when they do this kind of stuff and they stage these kind of things, they'll say, oh, well, what were these people saying online? They were saying that the government's corrupt, that it's from the inside, that we have constitutional rights, that we do get to say what the fuck we want, and blah, blah, blah. And then they take all of this shit, what they say, and then they go use these same actors, this fake ass group of people, to go do an insurrection or whatever on DC with that fake ass punk shit that they did. Ain't nobody had no gun or nothing. You know, goddamn well America not coming like that to try to save this country, but to go in there and ain't nobody got no pipe. Nobody got a pole. We get the fuck out of here. I saw them faking the death of the woman that supposedly got shot in there and everything. All that shit was fucking fake. And if you know Gematria, you'll see that they ritualistically playing that shit. How the fuck did the guy show up looking just like the guy from The Simpsons with the fucking the funny hat with the horns on it and the flag around him and the fucking animal skin or whatever the fuck else he had going on? It all looked too much like that, and people can't really realize that Seth Green, is that who it is? No. MacFarlane, right? MacFarlane, Seth MacFarlane, the writer of The Simpsons, that guy. He's not a psychic. He's not time traveling. He knows something that's according to a plan, and he gets to deliver that message to you guys in satire and in comedy, because that is common that they allow them to do that, because now it becomes debatable because this is a guy cracking jokes. Then it becomes debatable because until you give into the quote-unquote conspiracy theory that this is all a planned agenda to where Hollywood and other insiders get the scoop on what the fuck is going on, until you give into that, you act like you can't place what it is that you're looking at. But he's not a psychic, though. He's expressing a plan that he is aware of, that they actually have to tell you what's going on so they can relieve themselves of this fucking universal karma that they believe that they would be facing had they completely lied to you. They can't completely lie to you. They got to try to play you while giving you the truth so that you have an option. And then they really tell you that if you aren't smart enough or strong enough to see what the fuck they got going on, then you deserve whatever the fuck it is that they do to you, because there is no savior for your ass. You're supposed to save yourself with the information that they give you. And they do this predictive programming shit and things like the Truman Show. If you've never seen that movie, The Truman Show with Jim Carrey, you should go watch the fucking movie. Literally, his reality is being controlled from the moon. There's a moon station that's controlling what he and other people are playing off as some kind of reality, and that's weird to me, because there's these this theory that not only is the moon like just a real weird, suspicious kind of an entity, whatever the fuck it is that's going on. Some ancient cultures really believe that the moon was brought here. Some of them say that they remember when the moon wasn't here and then it was brought here, and the kind of force that it had on the earth, and that things changed after that. And some people think that the moon is a fucking hollowed out planetoid space station beaming a certain frequency down here that's keeping the human eye from seeing more of the light spectrum that we're supposed to see, and that it actually does something to our psyche, because there's a vibration that's disturbing some shit. And that all sounds weird, but that's a conspiracy theory I think that's worth looking into. Even to this day, some cultures cut some slack or consider the moon's position, especially if it's the full moon, in regards to laws and stuff, and how to punish people for certain things. Was there a full moon? That plays a fucking role in how they perceive certain crimes and events. And this is weird. This is the stuff that people just take for granted because you see the moon, and when you're a child, you are completely enthralled in the awe of the moon, and then later on you grow up and then you could care less really about the moon. But the moon is a very suspicious thing. It's a weird thing, and that there's something to that. It's not arbitrary. Anything that reality paints a picture for you, that puts right in front of your eyes so that you can see it, is probably there for a reason. None of that shit would be arbitrary at all. But we take a lot of shit for granted, and I think it all needs to be calculated. And if you're not going to calculate the shit, don't come to me with your bullshit fucking story or your bullshit angle, or your politically correct assessment of what a man or a woman is or is not. Fuck all of that shit. If you cannot tell the whole story, I'm not going to really even consider your conclusion. How could I? Consider it all. That's why all conspiracy theories are on the table to me. They're on the table to me until I know better. Period. Because it all sounds weird and something is really going on. And you cannot even control the world the way they want to control the world unless the tentacles of your control are all encompassing, unless they are everywhere. The food, the water, the air, the politics, the religion, the money system, the prison system, all of that shit, man. But America, this great fucking free country, get the fuck out of here. The shit's not free. We enslave more people and imprison more people than communist China, and it's just absolute fact. And that's fucking weird to me. And some people say that it's the control that China, the Chinese government has over the people that keeps them so much in line that they won't be free. But look at America though. Look at what it is that we do, man. Look at how we do this shit. It's fucking strange to me. How many people are in prison for victimless crimes with dealing with controlled substances? Some natural, some of them not so natural. You gotta synthesize some shit. You gotta fucking chemically fuck with some shit. And none of that even matters to me in the grand scheme of things. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Let all the drugs go. We can weed those people out. If drugs and alcohol and influence brings people to a certain level of violation, then we just handle them regardless. Like people just scared of freedom though. Fuck y'all so scared of freedom of? Huh? What for? Because freedom sounds a little dangerous. What do you call this shit? All this global control of shit. All of this law enforcement control of shit. Or that's chaos to me. To say that the world is going to be the world, and you know the world is just going to be the world, but then say, hey, when people are being people, and they feel free to just be people, and they're kind of wild, and they're in violation to the natural order. Let's say that some of these same people that we're going to pull from the same pool of people are going to get special privileges while they are They have no moral high ground whatsoever over the people that they will be policing and governing. But we are going to give these people special rights and privileges to rule over the rest of them. Boy, that's a game. That's a game from the elite to get us to police ourselves. Because the cop is just a person too. They turn the lights out. He in the dark too. He ain't gonna be no better, no special, no nothing. Who the fuck is he? He's a person who may have a drug habit of his own while he's wearing a fucking badge. The fuck that badge mean? That you know that he's drug free? You don't know shit. That you know that he's not a gangbanger? You don't know that. That you know that he's not dealing kids? He might be. That you know that he's not trafficking drugs? Boy, that's the best place to go if you want to fucking traffic drugs. Be one of those guys. You got the best chance of getting away with it. This is the bullshit that I'm talking about. None of these things make any sense to me, and none of them can hide behind it to me. Y'all are all just people, strangers actually. I met the mayor of Cedar Rapids a few years ago when I was crashing a Black Lives Matter protest, so I could tell them that I wouldn't give a fuck if all the cops were black. Cops are bad, and it's a cop issue, not a white cop, black civilian issue. That's not the issue. The issue is law enforcement, and I say fuck them all. They're all evil, and you guys are just surprised that some racists have found themselves with a badge because they expect to have the best cover that society has to offer for their racist ass. That's not even enough for me. You gotta worry about the cover that the worst of them will find there. The child diddlers, the child traffickers, the drug traffickers, the woman beaters. They all go there to hide because that's the best place to be. And if you stop at racism and say this race is the reason why you don't really trust the cops, then you're telling a portion of the story, and you sound kind of silly to me. Say fuck the police. You gotta say fuck the police even if they make them all black. I don't give a fuck. Fuck them all. You put a badge on, I'm not gonna like you, period. I know what you intend on doing. I know that you're not thinking for yourself, and I know you're a zombie to the paper, because if you change jurisdictions and the laws are different, now you find different reasons to either kill or be killed over some punk shit that you don't even agree to, because you didn't vote for the lawmakers either. How's that? You voted against the ones that fucking made it, and now they write laws on paper that you gotta risk your life to fucking enforce, and you just go for it because you're a fucking weirdo. Weirdo. Goofy, you're not a man at all. Actually, that's what I think. You've given up your own moral compass to adopt some other shit, and I think you're a fucking weirdo. You're less of a man to do that, I think. Because you're literally saying fuck what you think. You're going to go what's on the paper whether you agree with it or not. I don't even know how that's even debatable. How the fuck you going to say a fucking word to me about that when I say that? Even if you're a cop, even if you're an ex-cop. I know ex-cops. I'm good friends with a former sheriff that I work with. I think he's a cool motherfucker, but I will tell him to his face that as long as he wore that badge and he was willing to go along with what the paper says and not what it is that he thought himself, that he had given up himself for that, and I think that that's a flawed human being to do that, period. I don't even know how that's even debatable. Who the fuck is going to argue with me? You're not going to be able to argue with me. You're just going to fucking go on about your day being a fucking cop, but you're not going to say something to make me go, oh, you're right, you guys are in the right. The fuck? You're not in the right. All I can hope for is that when they fucking flip this shit over and shit go crazy, that a lot of these guys here as law enforcement starts to see the real them. All of these women talking this female, feminine energy, feminine power bullshit. If they turn the lights off and shit go crazy, you're going to get right back into your fucking natural groove. Because you're going to need a strong man to protect you from a world full of crazy, dangerous men. And you are going to be a true woman if they turn the lights out and there's planes overhead and bombs are fucking dropping and you're scared for you and your kids and you don't know what the fuck to do because you couldn't even fucking run a mile with your kids in tow. You couldn't make it physically, and you're not even going to have the courage to try to fucking do it. You will cower and hide in the fucking corner wanting a man to save you. I bet you be a woman then. Talk that tough shit then, woman. I bet you're not going to talk that tough shit then. Quinn says she got a girlfriend. Two of y'all together not gonna make a man. I hope both of y'all got a gun. Shit's gonna get rough possibly. It would be best if you had a man, a brother, a father, or somebody standing next to you, because in order to fight back, it's really going to develop into a fight of testosterone, and you guys are going to be out of your league. Women can be tough, women can be strong, women can fucking bang a fucking gun. They can train and get proficient with that shit and be of some use to themselves or to their kids. But this is a man's world for a reason, because no matter what it is they write on paper, no matter what it is that you come in with in your righteousness, no matter what the fuck I'm talking about, what anybody talking about, when the fight is on, nobody's going to be talking. Everybody's going to be fucking violent for either good or bad, and then we're going to see what happens then. All the other shit goes away. Period. All the other shit is going to go away. That badge is going to go away. They turn the lights off in their planes overhead. Fuck your badge. You're going to realize that you're just a man like everybody else, and you're really and you're going to realize that you're going to need the support of regular men who will not give a fuck about the badge because that shit goes away. No rule of law, bro. Your badge is not going to matter. As a matter of fact, if there was no rule of law and things went into complete chaos and this country was in a fight for its life, I'm not talking about going to the booth to vote. I'm talking about none of that shit matters. Motherfuckers are here fighting, shooting, bombing. Shit is going crazy. When that happens, a cop wouldn't dare come out here in his uniform. He's going to tuck that shit away. He's not going to come out here wearing that shit. Boy, you're going to look like lunch meat to somebody. All this fucking bullshit games and all the pseudo games that motherfuckers be playing, it'll all go away. The racial divide, the religious divide, the feminine fucking bullshit that y'all are on, acting like you don't need a fucking man. You need a man to raise them fucking kids because you don't know what a man is. You've lived your whole life not understanding men. You fight against the fucking truth of what a man really is. You oppose it from all angles. And you're not going to be able to tell your son what the fuck a real man is to have him actually stand on the shit, because you don't know what the fuck it is and he ain't got one. He ain't got a man to tell him. You think you can do this shit by yourself? Crazy. Y'all are weird, bruh. Y'all let Beyonce send y'all the fuck off on this to the left ass fucking shit, but she ain't put Jay-Z shit in the box to the left when he cheated on her ass. She ain't go nowhere. Stop that bullshit. Stop that bullshit. Y'all won't let men be men, and then y'all wonder why the world is the way it is when men are fucking been beaten into a status of beta. Motherfuckers don't want to stand up and do shit. As soon as you talk tough as fuck in defense of the things that y'all want to love and honor, y'all call that man toxic masculinity. The fuck out of here. Toxic masculinity is when a man is supposed to be masculine and he won't do it because he is mixing it way too much with all of this estrogen and this fucking going along to get along and this beta male bullshit. That's toxic. A real man says whoever fucking with this shit gonna die for that. A real man is saying women and kids get the fuck out of my way so I can save this shit. Watch this. And then you do that. And you can give a fuck if you're scaring your girlfriend or you're scaring your kids. They not gonna understand you, and it's okay if they don't, because if they understood you completely, you're probably doing something wrong. We are different. Men and women are different. Kids got nothing to do with none of this shit. Save them. And you're not going to save them from voting or acting like a bitch. The fuck out of here. Women are powerful in the fact that they can give birth. They don't always give the life. The life comes from me. The sperm is alive. I carry the living seed. We have a role in that. Stop that bullshit. You carrying a child for 40 weeks does not make you the fucking queen of the child's life. No, the fuck it doesn't. That's a role that you had to play. And if it was up to either one of us to do it, where we could choose who did it, you would make me do it. You wouldn't fucking volunteer to do that shit. Nature did that. Get the fuck out of here. Y'all doing too much. Discounting fatherhood and masculinity is the reason why we are where we are right now. It's the reason why I can't find 100 fucking men right now to listen to me, understand what I'm saying, grab that gun and go, we ain't waiting. As soon as it's time to go, we're going to fuck up whoever trying to fuck this up. We're going to fuck them up, bruh. We're going to light this shit the fuck up, happily. I don't give a fuck. Who is doing this to us? They have to go. And I'm not baking cookies or writing a fucking poem or an interpretive dance to tell them that they fucked up and now they finna get what they fucking deserve for ever fucking with this shit. You're gonna have to bang shit. You don't know that? Get the fuck out of the way then. Know that it needs to be done and then leave me alone when I say it. Fucking goofies. They gonna get what they want though. They want total control and they're gonna get it. because nobody wants to listen. All men compete in women's sports against women. If they do, hey, look, did y'all know that the NBA does not bar women? Y'all just can't fucking measure up. Y'all can't play over there. That's all that is. Y'all are welcome to go there. It never happens. Nobody even tries. Nobody even talks about it, to the point where we've forgotten that it's possible. You guys aren't built for none of that shit, and it is okay. You're built for bearing children. And because of that, it's the main reason why a man shouldn't put his hands on a woman. You shouldn't put your hands on a woman to control her behavior. That's fucking wrong. And we understand that it's wrong because there's a natural unfair advantage. Or else we'll say, try that. The woman's going to beat your ass every time, but you don't say that. You say, don't do that because the fight is fucking imbalanced. Of course, you're going to be able to dominate this woman if you're going to use violence to manage her behavior. We all know it's wrong because there's a difference between men and women. Then when I say there's a difference between men and women, some women go, man, get the fuck out of here. You can't have both. Y'all not thinking. Y'all not thinking. You don't put your hands on a fucking woman because there's an obvious unfair advantage. And not just that, because there's an unfair advantage between me and a guy that's twice my fucking weight and 8 inches taller than me. There's an unfair advantage. But we're both men. Do you think that I'm going to be cut some slack, that I can treat this man like a bitch in public? That he's going to cut me some slack because there's a physical difference in our size? That's not going to be a reason. This man is going to try to pound me into the fucking ground if he is 8 inches taller than me and twice my fucking weight. And I think that the size difference is going to mean that he's going to cut me slack and now I can treat him some type of way. It's not going to work like that at all. And men will find that out the hard way. Try it. That man will kill you with his hands. So the size difference between men and women ain't even a real deal. It's a deeper natural reason than that. And the reason is because she's delicate. She's a woman. She could be with child right now. You don't even know. You put your hands on a woman, she could be pregnant. You might not even know that. She might not even know that. There's something else going on here. She harbors life. She's a vehicle for that for that endeavor. You're not supposed to damage that. You're not supposed to fuck with that. There's supposed to be something sacred about that. And this is where the real issue is. With putting your hands on a woman. And because of that, I say women shouldn't fucking join the military. And you go, oh, the women shouldn't join the military. No, you shouldn't. And if you do, good for you. Good for you. I think it's bad for you to do that. You might be with child, you might want children, and I think that you being an incubator for delivering life, I think that don't belong on a fucking field of war. You can find a trained MMA female fighter, trained. She can be good too. I've never professionally fought a day in my life. I can't remember the last time I've been in a handful of fist fights my entire life, from the age of fucking 18 till now. 2, maybe 3 physical fights, maybe. If you give me 6 months, I will beat the fuck out of any one of these MMA women fighters. 6 months of working out and training, she won't stand a chance against me. Good luck. Good luck. Your entire career, I will beat it into the fucking ground. Because we're different. They got to fight other women. They can't just go fight other men. There's a difference between us. And the difference is so sacred that I don't think that you should be damaging that by trying to fight on the field next to a bunch of men. But you can if you want to. I just think it's a bad idea. I think it's a bad idea. I don't even know where you're getting this from. How can you override your feminine essence to want to be that? What went wrong? I feel like something went wrong. And y'all can call it all you want to, because I'm not saying don't do it. I'm not saying that you shouldn't. Maybe you should. Maybe you should. I think it's a bad idea. That's all. But y'all some weirdos, bro. Y'all like mixing all of this shit together or whatever, and feel like since you're trying to fight for some level of equality, that every fight for equality should be honored, because maybe the best thing is to just be equal across the board about everything. I don't believe that. Y'all are just weird, man, and y'all are fucking shit up. But okay, have it your way. It's the reason why the world is going in this direction, man. Because y'all want to muddy the waters about all of this shit that doesn't need to be. Y'all trying to reinvent the wheel. How? Why? It's been going smooth until fucking women's liberation has gotten y'all on something that makes sense, and then it got perverted. In the same way with the propaganda and the fucking freedom torches and what they call fucking cigarettes for women to be to step out of their feminine energy to fucking smoke cigarettes. There's ass will be women smoking cigarettes while pregnant. You go back to these old ass and shit, you can see this stuff. This is what y'all get for running the fuck off, acting like there needs to be an even field of play. It's weird, man. Y'all weird, bruh. Men don't need to be acting like women, and women don't need to be acting like men. You're supposed to fucking own your essence and rock that shit to the death, because that is where you're powerful. What a woman can do to harbor life and then to nourish that life thereafter is a beautiful thing, man, and I can't do it. I can't do it, and I got to look to you and thank you for doing that. I got to thank my mother. I got to anticipate my daughter will do the same. And it's a beautiful thing, man, that a man can't do. This is where you shine. This is where you are beautiful. I don't need to also respect you if you want to fucking challenge me to an arm wrestling fucking contest. Get the fuck out of here. Damn, y'all are weird, bruh. And then it's okay for a man to be sensitive and he's not going to save you. He'll be of no use in a revolution if he wants to paint his fucking nails and wear fucking heels on a Saturday night because this is who he is inside. Okay, then move the fuck out the way so we can launch this revel. You are in the way. Giving in to all the bullshit. They got y'all ass fucking painting your nails, eating the fucking bacon. Thank you, Eric Bernays, with the bacon shit. Y'all have no idea what the fuck is going on. How to use the propaganda in the news, in the bullshit, and the fake stats to lure y'all into shit. The vaping, the fucking pharmaceuticals, the fucking gender bullshit. Man, fuck y'all. Y'all gonna get what y'all deserve. That's why shit is going the way it is, because you allowed it to. There's no way that you're standing up to these things to not allow it, but it happened anyway. Y'all not even putting up a fight about none of this stuff. Good luck. Yeah, men shouldn't be fighting women. You shouldn't be able to take blockers. Edward Bernays, is that his name? Not Eric. My fault. Edward. He co-founded Netflix. Bad. That's bad. And that's why Netflix is full of that bullshit. Man, I ain't know that. Lion Zion. Thank you for that, because I'm going to look into that, and that explains a whole lot. That explains a whole lot. The lineage of these people, when they do certain things, they carry on. So when you see a manifestation of a bigger stage for propaganda and manipulation of the mind through entertainment and shit like that, when you see Edward Bernays do those things, and his grandson or whoever is the founder of Netflix, I'm not surprised. They have the money and the resources passed down through the fucking generations to carry on the same kind of influence, and then they do that shit. Who the fuck is related to George Washington right now? Anybody? Somebody is. And they not a peasant either, whoever it is. They're not a peasant peon. They're somewhere doing something in a similar vein. I would imagine, how would they lose it? You gain great power like that, and then you lose it? Where? Where did you lose it? That motherfucker is somewhere. I want to know. Who the fuck alive right now is related to George Washington? Somebody is, and he's doing something amazing. I'm sure of it. He's not managing a fucking Shell's gas station, working 60 hours a week on salary, hating his life. That's not where George Washington's lineage is. Mark Bernays Randolph. Wow. Yeah, a bunch of fruitcakes. You damn right, Quinn. Motherfuckers is extra soft out here. Extra soft. Even some of the tough men will find that line where they go, that's a line I cannot cross. I have to back down. Maybe I don't want a gun. I don't need a gun. A real man don't need a gun. And then these guys do that shit without the fucking painted nails and the fucking eyelashes and shit. Like, you don't even need to go that far to be a bitch. That's just the extreme guy. The he, she doing that shit, he's extreme. But there's bitches walking around here claiming to be men, actually. Appearing to be men. Soft as fuck. Now, I'm not saying I'm some big, super tough guy, but I do try to make myself aware of what the real issue is. But then I ask myself, do I want to die trying to avoid that, or would I rather die trying to oppose what the fuck it is that I know that I'm looking at? And I say, I would rather die opposing it. I don't want to be running from it and still have it get me. I will fight the bear. I'm not going to run from it so that the bear can trample me from behind. He'll just catch me in a quarter mile. Wouldn't even take that long. Bears are fast. But I know I hear a bear in the bushes, and I'm trying to stop you like, yo, I hear something in those bushes, bro. Are we going to address the noise that I hear in the bushes? I hear heavy breathing, growling, branches fucking breaking. There's something in them bushes, bro. There's something in the trees out here. I'm not turning my back to that. Tell it to look me in my eyes when it eats me. The fuck out of here. RPM Trey Vietnam in this bitch. I got to get my ass into work. As usual, bro. This really should be all that I do. I should be talking my shit fucking 8 hours a day with a gun in my hand on any corner in America where I'm needed. That's what's supposed to happen. But I'm gonna clock in, get my ass to work. My job is decent. I like it. It pays me fairly well, and it's kind of interesting. So I'm okay with that. I'll get to that. I'll see y'all maybe sometime this weekend. I got the 5-year anniversary of the open carry demonstrations is coming up October 24th. I will be taking a day off of work so I can do my thing. I'm gonna do multiple live streams that day probably. It's gonna be a beautiful day, man. I'm gonna talk my shit. In the meantime, salute to y'all. Michael. What up, Michael? Who else is in this bitch? Let me say what up to somebody. Anybody. Supplanter. What up? I don't write the laws, I just enforce them. Ain't that the fucking dumbest shit you ever heard? Like, anybody who says that is like, man, bro, just tell me that you came out here to be somebody else's bitch and that you're not your own man when you put that shit on. Just admit that that's who you are, and then stop acting so fucking righteous and tough about what the fuck you got going on. Bitch ass motherfuckers. You don't even know the whole fucking law. You tell me to go get a fucking lawyer. You tell me to go get a lawyer if I want this shit ironed out, because all you know is that it appears that I deserve to be under arrest. That's all you know. And then y'all give me a day in court in case you were actually wrong. Like, that's weird to me. Arrest me when you know that when you already know. No. Why you not a lawyer? Why you don't come with the same understanding as a lawyer? Script writers of this realm, yeah, they are. And they don't need 100% compliance. They don't even need 100% compliance in the ones that know the secret. They off whistleblowers when they need to. And great reward and greater threat can get a lot of men who want to be honorable to not fucking rock what they know in their heart is right. Yeah, the deep state is very bad. What up, Ross? I'm just about out of here. Crack that code. Hey, Amy, I'm just about out of here. Michael says pro SA is Second Amendment. I'm pro Second Amendment, but it's not enough, because if you're pro Second Amendment and then they amend the amendment, then you're pro what now? Then you're going to sound like me, that it doesn't matter what they did to that because it's a natural right and they can throw it out, change it. They can actually write into the Second Amendment that if you own a gun at the time at which the government wants total control, but you have a gun, they can write into the Second Amendment that you're supposed to use that to fucking check yourself out. If you have one and you refuse to give it up, the Second Amendment could say, check yourself out, so that the government doesn't have to waste one of their rounds to get you. They can write that into anything, and if they can write any kind of stretch of your imagination into the Second Amendment to make you not rock with it, does that mean that you're now going to give your shit up because they fucked it up? Or are you going to say, there's nothing you can do to make me give this up? If you're saying that there's nothing that they can do to make you give up your gun, no matter what they do to the Constitution or the Second Amendment, none of the magical paper shit is going to work on you, then tell them now to throw it out so we can just get this party cracking. Tell them to tap the fucking keg, because I'm tired of playing. Because there is nothing they can do to that Second Amendment that's going to make me change my mind. I'm not going to change my mind or give it up. I don't care about the paper. I don't care about the paper. I don't care about the fucking paper. I'm not a Second Amendment auditor or a supporter at all. I think it made something that's undebatable, and it has taken it and put it into an arena of debate, and then everybody's surprised when they're debating this shit. But it's on their magical paper. And they called it an amendment to say, hey, this will forever be up for discussion. And if that's what they're saying about my right to arm myself, to bear arms, to protect myself with whatever I get my hands on, they are saying that it is debatable and that we are going to forever debate it. That's what I disagree with. That's why I can't rock with the Second Amendment. I don't need that. I don't need it. You think they need that shit in Israel right now? No, they don't. It is what it is. You think they need that shit in Japan? No, it is what it is. Yeah, calling people a felon means absolutely nothing to me. Because if they're out on the streets, then they're presumably a free man. Free to go illegally get a gun, which the black market would always provide. So none of that means anything to me. Because a felon might actually refuse to ever harm me or my children. And a guy who has never been considered a fucking felon could be the one try to harm me. And then the punishment for that guy, the good guy with a clean record, should be the punishment, the same punishment that would befallen upon a felon who wants to hurt me. They all get the same bang bang. I can give a fuck less what somebody called you on paper. All the paper shit, bro, I don't give a fucking fuck about nothing they put on paper about nothing, bro. Nothing. Zero. 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 Nothing. All I know is that I got the gun and it's too late and I don't care what the fuck they do or say. I'm not giving it up. Period. If they want it, they can get it one round at a time. RPM Trade Vietnam and this bitch Wu Bang get a fucking gun and tell the government, tell North Korea, tell Baghdad, tell Okinawa, Japan, tell Israel, Hamas, Costa Rica. I don't give a fuck whoever want it can get it. Because as a fucking inhabitant of Earth, with a consciousness and a pulse, I'm not laying down and backing down to nobody about nothing ever, and I don't give a fuck how they coming. It ain't gonna matter. Crip, Blood, Hamas, all of y'all to get fucking man. Good luck, motherfucker. Good luck fucking with me.